Monica in Boston, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. What's going on?
So, I'm a U.S. citizen. I have to apply for my husband adjustment of status, and I will be taking pandemic unemployment assistance. I also plan to open an LLC to start an online business. So, my question is that if I open the LLC, will I still be eligible for pandemic unemployment assistance?
Well, you're asking, those are two different questions. All right. First of all, the pandemic unemployment, you can absolutely collect. It's not going to affect your immigration. If you're collecting an income from a business and you're employed, and that's really more of an employment question than it is an immigration question, then you're not supposed to be collecting unemployment anymore. That would be a fraud.
All right. And if I start earning $1,000 to $1,500 per month through that business, can I go ahead and apply for my husband adjustment of status?
Yes.
All right. And do I still need a co-sponsor?
You may, because even though you're making $1,500 a month, I don't know what expenses you have to make that $1,500 a month. So it depends on what your net income is, not what your gross income is.
That's the profit. $1,500
will be the profit. If you're making $1,500 a month profit, then you're not making enough money because that's about $17,000 a year. You're below the poverty level. All right. So you'll need a second affidavit of support.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Let's go to Chenille in Brooklyn.
Yes, good evening, Brad.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. Question. I am a legal permanent resident for a little over a month now. So I'll be eligible to naturalize in 2023 because I might be a U.S. citizen. But my mom, she overstayed her visiting visa by over 10 years.
Right.
She's undocumented. She came here on July 7 of 2010. So my question to you, she said that she's tired of being here undocumented. She's from Jamaica. So my question to you, if she does go back to Jamaica, is it possible for me to file for her and bring her back here?
No.
After I become a naturalized citizen?
No, because she has a 10-year bar from the time she leaves. There's no waiver for filing by a U.S. citizen son or daughter for a parent. So she would have a 10-year bar. So let's assume she leaves Christmas of this year in 2020.
Yeah.
She would not be able to apply for a green card until Christmas 2030.
30.
Yeah.
So
by the way, let her stay here. I would tell you, for the most part, everybody's a little different and everybody has their own situation. For the most part, people, when they get tired of being here and they leave, they end up being sorry. They're home, they're happy for a little bit, and then they realize they should have stayed in America. And they're very sorry. I always get telephone calls all the time from people who get fed up living here, leave, and then are sorry 1, 2, 3 years later and want to come back and they can't.
Okay, so my best bet is to just have her stay.
Right.
And
Till
in
3
years'
years, she'll get a green card. She can go back and forth. Tell her to
Okay,
stick
and
it out.
how soon after I become a citizen can I start the filing process?
The next day.
Okay.
And who knows what other laws will change when Biden becomes president. So, stick it out.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to Stacy in Pittsburgh. Stacy.
Hello, Brad.
Hi, Stacy.
I have a question.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
As soon as I get my green card, how soon can I file for my kids?
The next day.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. That was easy. Let's go to Pauline in Rochester, New York. Pauline.
Hello, good evening, Brad.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. I'm calling to ask a question.
Sure.
I filed for my son 2018.
Right.
And he actually get an interview date for the 14th of April this year. But they canceled his appointment. I would like to know, I know people that get canceled, receive at the appointment and go to the embassy, but they haven't given me back an appointment for him as yet.
Is your son under 21?
He's 21 May.
Okay. And was he sponsored by a U.S. citizen parent?
Yeah, my husband.
Okay. So if they canceled it, where is he, in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to contact the embassy and say, hey, where's this appointment? because the squeaky wheel is the wheel that gets the oil in these situations. And if you're not sure
I
who to
contact them,
and I was about
and
to
they
say,
say to me,
yes, go ahead.
I contact them, and they say to me that I must not contact them because that will help to cancel my case and stuff like that.
They just want to get rid of you. Call us. Hold on one second, all right? Let's go to Mariama in the Bronx. Mariama.
Hello, Brasha. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, thank you for answering my call.
Thank you.
I'm calling from the Bronx, and I have a question. I applied for asylum since 2016, and I'm not getting no update, no interview. I do request for them to put me on the short list, and I haven't heard from them either. It's been a year now since they put me on the short list. I want to know.
What do you do?
Will it help me if I come in like do an info pass to get a review on my immigration case? Would that work? Would that help me out?
Me doing an info pass will not do anything. You doing an info pass will not do anything. You calling immigration will not do anything. You calling a senator will not do anything. The only thing that will help is a mandamus, which is a lawsuit against the federal government for violating your rights. They can't hold your political asylum case in abeyance for 5 years and do nothing with it. So you would bring a mandamus or a threat of a mandamus against the Department of Homeland Security for violating your rights. We'll get you an appointment very quickly. That's the way to do it. Now, the flip side of it is this. If you lose your asylum, you get put in deportation. So before we start demanding and threatening and lawsuits to get you an appointment, we want to make sure you have a really good asylum case that's going to get approved. Other than that, it wouldn't be worthwhile doing.
Yes, I do believe I have a strong asylum
All right,
case.
so then what is the asylum case? Or if you don't want to, well, you know what, you're better off actually not to discuss it on the air. Hold on one second, all right? Better smart. Smart. Don't talk about it personally. Hold on. Let's go to Ba in Reno, Nevada. Ba.
Hi, Brad. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. I have a couple of questions regarding my case. I applied for adjustment of status in Reno, and when I applied, I overstayed for less than 2 months. And during that time, I got a removal processing, and I went to, after a couple of years, I went to the court, and the admin closed the case. And then after that, hello?
I'm listening. You filed an adjustment, you're in removal, they administratively closed the case. You could have said that all in one sentence. What's your question?
Okay, and then after that, we got approved for the I-130, and I left with my wife and my kids to Algeria.
Okay.
And then we applied for IR1 visa. And
is this, by the way, is this you in the comments? Because you asked this yesterday as well, that you left.
Yes.
Right. Where are you now? Are you in Algeria or are you in Reno, Nevada?
I'm in Algeria.
You're in Algeria. The answer is, if you left the United States while you admin closed, you self-deported. So for you to return to the United States, you will need a 212 waiver. It sounds, you told me you only overstayed 2 months, so you don't need a 601 waiver because you were only in overstay for 2 months before you were put in removal. But you will need a 212 waiver to return after a prior order of deportation.
Okay, and during the interview, they asked me for the court document, and I just requested it from the court in Vegas. So basically, they are going to deny me because I had the interview at the embassy.
You need a 212 waiver. That is what you need. The quicker you file it, the quicker you will get here.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let's go to Mohammed in New York. Mohammed.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
My question, good. My question is, April 2019, I had a Stokes interview with my wife at Federal Plaza. And until now, they didn't respond to any of my service requests after the Stokes interview. No I-30 approved, nothing, no notifications.
How long ago was this?
2019 April. It's 18 months now.
Wow.
And now they send me RFE. Sorry.
Oh, they sent you an RFE.
Yeah, for medicals, and they just need medicals and nothing else to decide. So is it a good chance, or they're gonna ask another RFE?
They wouldn't ask you for a medical if they weren't going to approve it. They would have just sent the denial. So
this happened. I called Ombudsman 2 months back. They requested.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Bravo. Good.
Thank you so much. So I can hand deliver it to the New York Federal Plaza?
If they ask you to hand deliver it, you follow the directions. If they ask you to hand deliver it,
they ask hand deliver.
Then that's what you do.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Let's go to Shelly in Brooklyn. Shelly.
Hello, Brad.
Hi,
how are you
Shelley.
doing?
How are you?
I'm good. I just got a quick question to ask you. If I overstayed my visa like a couple of years, do I need to file for a waiver after getting married?
Married to a citizen?
Yes, I do.
What kind of visa?
It was a work visa at the time.
No, you don't need to do anything. Just file an adjustment.
Just file the adjustment. Because
Correct.
there was people getting me confused saying that I have to file a waiver and all of that.
Just listen to me. If you're married to a U.S. citizen, you came here on a work visa, you overstayed, you file an adjustment, an I-45, an I-130, the I-864, the I-944, the I-765, the I-131. You file an adjustment. You don't need any waivers.
Okay.
So
and
don't
the other
listen
thing.
to anybody else.
Okay, Uncle Brad. And the other question is, do I have to basically wait to get my marriage certificate before I basically start filing?
Yeah, because you got to prove you're married. You can't file and say I'm married and don't have a marriage certificate.
Okay.
All right, so I'm sure it'll come in the mail shortly. All right?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Samin, I guess. Samin in Queens. Samin.
Brad, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, question is this, that I filed my citizenship last month, and I just need to know, when you file the tax, I didn't clear the payment, I just make payment arrangement with them. So it is like less than 10,000. You think by the entry time and the entries come is going to be okay?
I think as long as you're on a payment plan with them and you filed your tax return, that's okay. What's not okay is to not file your taxes or to file your taxes and just blatantly not pay your taxes. But
I did file, and I'm just making a payment arrangement.
Then that's fine.
State and the federal both.
Then that's
I'm making a payment.
Then that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Let's go to Kupesh in Philadelphia. Kupesh.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, Brad.
Yes.
I have a question. Actually, my parents are. I'm U.S. citizen, and my parents are on a visitor visa over here, and it's been 3 months they are with me, and I want to apply for their green card from here.
Right.
I don't want to send them back to home country.
Okay.
So can I do that?
If you're a U.S. citizen, you're over the age of 21, they came on visitors visas, it's more than 90 days, file their adjustment.
Perfect. And Brad, what are the forms I need to
Okay, for each of them, it's a separate for each of them. It's a separate filing for each. You want an I-485, an I-130, an I-864 affidavit of support, the I-944, that's the additional public charge forms. You need an I-765 for the work permit, and an I-131 if they want advanced parole.
I-31.
I-130, I-485, I-864, I-944, I-765, I-131. And what you can do is on Facebook and YouTube, you can always rewind and listen to it 100 times until you get all the forms right. Okay?
Perfect. So I already wait for 3 months, so yes, I'm good.
You're good.
And one more thing, Brad. Should I need to write one check or each separate check for each?
Separate checks because it's each separate applications. You can write one check for each of them. So in other words, you can write the filing fee for the adjustment and the I-130 for each parent, excuse me, is $1,760. So you can write one check for $1,760 for dad and a separate check for $1,760 for mom, and you address it to the Department of Homeland Security. You write the check out to Department of Homeland Security.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Brad. I really appreciate your help.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's go to Ali in Tampa. Ali.
Hi, how are you, sir?
Hi, how are you?
Good. I have a question.
Yeah.
My wife became very controlling after marriage and criticizing my religion. She doesn't let me pray in the house. She even doesn't like me, like the clothes that I wear, stuff like that. She became like very controlling. And she even, we had an argument one time. She threatened to call the immigration on me. So I was wondering, based on that, can I apply for VAWA?
Sounds like there's a potential to file for VAWA. I would need to know a lot more. But certainly somebody trying to control another person is a form of abuse. Is it extreme abuse? We would need to get into the details of that. But certainly it sounds like it. So hold on one second, okay?
Okay.
Let's go to Gabby in Denver. Gabby.
Hello.
Hi, how are
Brad.
you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
I have a question. I filed my EAD renewal card, but I made a mistake. Instead of C09, I put C31. What should I do?
Do you have your VAWA approved?
Not yet. It's on the process.
Unfortunately, it's going to be denied. Hopefully you get an RFE, but they may deny you and you'll have to file again, unfortunately. You have to do
should
C9.
I file it again or?
Yeah, try to file. Yeah, you can file it again under C9. You don't have to pay a filing fee. So just do it again now, because you can have two different work permit applications on two different categories. So actually, that's a good idea.
Okay, but I already sent a check, so.
That's okay. Just do it under C9. You can send a check if you want. They'll return a check to you if it makes you feel more comfortable. But you can certainly file a work permit renewal under C9 because it's a different category. It's a good idea.
Should I write the letter so I made a mistake?
No.
This is the...
No? Just do it. No one's going to read your letter
thank
anyway.
you so much.
Okay. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.